Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract. Account denied, set in New York, and supplied to us today by Paul Anderson, 37. So on to our briefing. After doing some homework on Milton Fitzpatrick, 47 no longer wants to open his 7-figure account. Show them what you think. So on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with 3 objectives. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location. We'll be bringing with us a remote micro taser, a lockpick, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to head straight into the teller hall, and around to our left we're going to lockpick our way through the double doors here, and then take out the camera at the end of the corridor, and then we're going to pass straight through the corridor and back into public areas, and up the stairs here at the top we will find our first target, an electrocution accident elimination. So we're just going to drop our micro taser into that rather large puddle there, and our target will oblige us by stepping into it momentarily, and we can then trigger the taser and eliminate our first target. So he goes down like a tree, and we go across the map as fast as we can, and we need to avoid a number of cameras along the way. So we're going to take a nice wide run around the tellers to the right of this pole, and sticking to the right we're going to head down the corridor here over the banister, and we can then drop down into the vault area. More specifically, the IT department is where we are heading. So one more camera here to avoid. We will stop avoiding the cameras shortly, but while we're in this outfit we need to avoid them. So we're going to make our way over to the IT department, into the server room, and we're going to trigger the fuse box on the right, which will deactivate the vault security and alert our next target, and he's going to come over to investigate. We're just going to turn the security back on, pull out our silenced pistol for the pistol elimination, which means plant 2 in their back, not a headshot. So when our target finally joins us, we can then hop out of our box. We're going to plant 2 in his back. We're going to collect up firstly the key card that he drops. No, not the gun, the key card. We're going to take his outfit. There we go. And we're all set up for our remaining eliminations. Just going to hide him in the box here. And now that we're wearing the bodyguard outfit, we no longer need to avoid the cameras. We do need to destroy the evidence before we leave though. So we're going to lockpick our way straight into the storage room here, grab our propane cylinder, and then we're going to make our way up the stairs and across to the other side of the building. And we're going this way because we require a set of keys for our exit, and they are the janitor's keys. So we're just going to trip the radio here. That will get the janitor's attention. We're just going to run to the end of the corridor, drop our propane cylinder, make our way back to the wet floor sign, grab that and swap this for our propane cylinder once again. There it is. And when the janitor returns, he will slip on the puddle that he is well aware of because he's been cleaning it, and he will render himself unconscious. and we can then retrieve the janitor's keys. There we go. So onwards, we now need to make our way to the interview room. So we're going to head straight there now, avoiding the fired employee Mr. Jackson, but not avoiding the cameras. We do have to avoid the odd enforcer as well. So once we get into the interview room, we're just going to place our propane cylinder on the desk there, and then we're going to make our way into the manager's area, which is just behind us, and we're going to trigger a conversation with the other interviewer who is here, both of which are accident explosion eliminations, in case you hadn't guessed. And we're just going to wait for the interviewer's conversation to play out, and he will then make his way to the interview room, and we will casually walk in behind him like a Terminator. We will close the doors behind us, giving the interviewer plenty of time to get into his seat before we detonate the propane cylinder. And we managed to bounce both of them off of the ceiling. Not bad. So next stop is the investment floor, the trading floor, and up here we will need to avoid a number of enforcers, quite possibly including Mr. Perez, who currently isn't around, which is lucky for us. So we're going to make our way up into the toilets. We're going to lockpick our way into the cabinet on the wall, retrieve the lethal poison, select our silence pistol, as we now have an opportunity to deal with the cameras. We're just going to wait for the coke addict to leave, and then we're going to use the bathroom as cover, and we're going to just shoot out the surveillance system. This will cause quite a bit of panic, so we need to get in the crate as quickly as possible, as there is a section of wall to our right that is transparent. So once everybody calms down and goes back to their normal routines, we're going to run the gauntlet of the investment banker floor, make our way through the storage room to avoid an enforcer, and then make our way up to the conference room on the top floor, passing our final target along the way, which is not good, which means we are going to be waiting around for a while. We're going to head into the conference room and opaque the windows, and then we're just going to hide ourselves in the corner here, and if we don't move, no one will spot us, and our target will come along. He will engage everybody in a conversation or meeting, and eventually he will leave. And when he does, luckily for us, everybody has their backs to us, most importantly the young lady on the right. That gives us the opportunity to add our poison to the glass on the table, and Mr. Man will return after some time and sample that. So I was going to stick around for the elimination, but it is going to be quite a while, so we're going to head down the stairs leading to Athena's office to avoid most of the gauntlet on the floor below, including Mr. Perez, the security guards in the office, the workers. Oh, speaking of Perez, there he is. So we would have had to have avoided him and another enforcer along the way. Luckily, if we go this way, it's very easy to avoid everybody. So all we have to do is make our way to the janitor's exit. Looks like the bodies are piling up over there. There'll be a few more coming shortly. That guy will live. Never mind, he was not a target anyway. Our target, on the meantime, has made his way back upstairs finally, and has eventually sampled his poisoned drink, and he has gone down rather ungracefully and alerted everyone to his presence. So all we have to do is to make good our escape, and we're going to head straight out of the janitor's doors behind us and out of New York. So one more subscriber contract taken care of, and we have confirmation all of our targets were eliminated according to plan. We met our objectives and we got our silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.